Hello and welcome everyone, it's Shanna Makes It, and I'm so glad to be back up on the ScrapbookPal channel, and today we will be looking at a Spellbinders new release. It is the Wonder of Oz collection, and I've got the Wonder of Oz silhouette die here, and you can see it does a silhouette of Dorothy and her friends, and then we also have the Better Press Dorothy and the Witches set, and it's got Dorothy and the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch. And then in addition to that, we've got the man, the scarecrow, and the lion. So we've got Dorothy's friends here. And it is a Better Press plate. And then we also have the sentiments that go with this set. The Wonder of Oz sentiments. And we've got a wicked friend like you is rare. All you need is confidence. True courage is facing danger when you're afraid. There's no place like home. And a variety of others. We have also got this full plate that is a Better Press, and it's called the Wonder of Oz frame and tag. It's got a die to cut the tag out and some of the embellishments as well. So you can see it is a full press plate. Now all of these hot foil, these Better Press plates hot foil very well. So you can Better Press, you can foil them, and we've also got a coordinating 3D embossing folder called Field of Poppies. And that is all of the product that is included with this collection. Now I'm going to do some better pressing here. And so I'm going to lay my card base down on here, and we're going to bring in the Tin Man, and we're going to bring in the Scarecrow. And I'm just going to use Memento Black ink. Now, normally I will use my Better Press inks on this, but I'm going to do some Copic coloring, and so I'm going to use the Memento and just press them up. And I'm just using regular cardstock as well. I don't have the cotton cardstock that you would normally use with Better Press, but I feel like I get pretty good results with this when I press them. So we'll go ahead and run them through the Platinum 6 and get them pressed. And I like to go forward and backwards with my press plate. Now, I don't do that with my foil plate, but you can see they pressed beautifully. And we've got real good impression and very dark. So I was real pleased with that. Now, we are going to take and bring in a couple more. We're going to bring in Dorothy, and we're going to bring in the lion. And we're going to do the same thing. We will press them on the same white cardstock, and we're going to use the Memento Black ink again and just basically follow the same steps. Now what I'm trying to do here is get Dorothy and her friends, all of those that she traveled with down the yellow brick road, and get them inked up so that they can all travel together down the yellow brick road. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Platinum 6 again, and we'll run it through and we'll press Dorothy and the lion. And we'll do the big reveal, and we've got another great pressing. You can see just how perfectly they pressed and how rich and dark that Memento Black ink was on there. So real pleased with that. Okay, so now I'm going to do some coloring, and I don't have a lot of Copics. I'm just starting my collection, and so for the Tin Man, I'm using the Toner 1, which is just the Toner 1 Gray. And so I'm keeping it really, really simple on that. And then I am bringing in for the axe, I have got the E18. And then I'm coloring the Scarecrow in with the YR31. And I'm also bringing in the E15 to color up his outfit. I'm keeping the coloring very simple and not a lot of shading and stuff because I am limited on my colors at this time. But I don't think you need that much. Now I did bring back in the E18 and add some shading on the Scarecrow because those two colors will work really well together. And just get it colored up. So like I said, it's fairly simple coloring, but it does turn out pretty nice, I think. Now each one of them is going to have a red element. So I'm using the R46 on this, and I'm just going to put a tad bit of red on each one of our elements here. Now for the lion, I start out with E11 and just put some light colors down on him. And then we'll bring in, I think we wind up bringing the E15 and the E18 in. And here's the E18. I decided to go with a darker color and lay it down. And then I'll come back in with the E15 and then the E11 again. And so those are the colors we're going to use on the lion. And he's very detailed. There's lots of black pressings with the curly hair around him and everything. So you just kind of, I kind of just tried to follow, you know, the detail that was on there with my coloring and just color him in. And just trying to stay a little bit lighter around his face and stuff. So that'll finish him off. And we're going to put red on him as well. He's got a little bow around his neck and a little bow that's holding his hair up, and so we'll do that. So I am coloring Dorothy's skin in right now, and I'm using the E00. And I'm going to bring in the B00 and do the lighter colors on her socks and her dress. And then I'll bring in the B04 and we'll put some darker color down there and just kind of fill it in. And I'm going back over her socks as well and adding just a little bit of, you know, shadow or whatever. And then we're bringing that darker color in for her hair and for her basket. The E18, we're going to use the E18 and the E15 for the basket. And we're going to go back and use our R46 for her shoes and her hair bow, and then the ribbons that are holding her braids. And that pretty much finishes off all of our coloring. So now we're going to grab our dies, and I did speed this up just because it does take a long time to do the coloring. And I'm just going to die cut each of these out, and we'll get all of our characters ready, and then we can begin building our card. So I've got a 5x7 panel here, and I'm just bringing in my Distress Oxides, and I'm using mustard seed for this, and I'm bringing in tumbled glass, and I'm just creating like the yellow brick road, and then kind of the sky. We're going to have some green in between there, kind of the grassiness, and then the sky. And then we're going to go out to our purple color, and that is Wilted Violet. And I'll do a couple of blendings on it, just going over it a couple times, because I feel like if you go more than once, you're going to get a better blend. So I'll do all of the colors twice and just try and get a really nice blend. Now we are going to use the Fields of Poppy 3D embossing folder for this and add some dimension to our background. And so we're just going to run it through the Spellbinders Platinum 6, and we'll get some really good 3D impressions on this. And so there's our panel with our poppies in the background. I always love using an embossing folder. I think it does a lot for your card. So I'm going to use my Spellbinders guillotine to cut this down. And really, I should have used a different one because, you know, the Spellbinders, it's just a 6-inch guillotine, and so I've got a 7-inch paper. So I'm trying to wing it here. It doesn't go clear down to, you know, like the 0 and then the 1/2 inch and the 1/4 inch. So I'm just kind of winging it, trying to make it a good cut. And I'll go ahead and cut it, and I trim it up a little bit, and it'll work out just fine. So we're going to bring in a 5x7 card base. And this is just, I just make my own. I use some hammer mill and just create my own card base. I've got a 5x7 piece of black, and I'm going to use it just to frame out our embossed panel. And it'll just give us a little black frame around the back of it. And we'll get it laid down on our 5x7 card base. Give it a good press. And then we're just going to lay our embossed panel down on there and just use that black as a frame. And so we'll just get it glued up. And we'll get it laid down on there. You can see I've got all my characters up above there. And I'm going to cluster them together to make them fit on here. I wanted them to be all four traveling on the yellow brick road here that I have at the bottom. And so, and it seems like the logical way to put them together is the way their arms are kind of, they all have kind of interesting positions of their arms. And so I thought I could tuck them around each other like they're hugging each other. And then, of course, the lion is going to be in front of the group. So I'm just going to take some, I'll bring some glue in, and I'll kind of put a little glue down and figure out how I want to cluster them. And then we'll just pick them up and lay them down on the card base together. So I just think this looks like, she's got her arm around the scarecrow, or the Tin Man, and the scarecrow is just kind of behind her a little bit. He's got that one arm kind of up in the air, and then his scarf is kind of flying out. And I'm just kind of gluing her to his scarf, and then I'm going to glue the Tin Man to her hand and just kind of tuck him in there, and it'll look like she's kind of got her arm wrapped around him, and they're just kind of traveling down the yellow brick road together. I like to create a little story sometimes with my cards, and so that's my little story. I've seen this the movie that these represent several times throughout my life, so I'm very familiar with it. So I'm just going to get them laid down on here, give them a good press, and then we're going to put some foam tape on the back of our lion and place him down in front of them and pop him up a little bit so it looks like he's kind of pacing around the yellow brick road in front of them like he does. So we'll bring in some of these foam strips that you can pick up in the shop, and these are the 3D foam strips, and they're nice. And I'm just going to use some of those to pop him up. And then I will bring in some of the foam squares as well, because I decided there were some spots on the lion that these 3D foam squares would work on. So I'll bring those in, and we'll pop some of those down on there. And then we'll just get him laid down on the card with his friends. Just get those release papers off of there, and I just felt like a rainbow background was pretty, reflective of the movie and all of that. So anyway, so I'm going to show you several things now. I have got There's No Place Like Home, the Wizard of Oz frame and tag set I'm showing you, and I'm looking for a sentiment. I have better pressed, I have glimmered, I have pressed with better press ink and black ink, and I've just got all kinds of pieces in here, and I wanted to show you all the different things you can do with them. I've got it in black, I've got it in, I took some distressing and did a variety of things. There's just so many different things that you can do with this set. But I'm going to bring in a foiled Good Friends Are the Best Companions sentiment, and I have foiled it in black foil from Spellbinders. And I'm just going to snip it off. And you can see I've got up above there, I kind of laid a Good Witch glimmered and a Good Witch pressed. And then we've got our Wonder of Oz frame and tag. We're going to use the Wonder of Oz frame and tag. We're not going to use the Good Witch. Just not enough time to work with all of the pieces of this collection because there are so many. But I'm going to just highlight a couple. So we're going to bring in this No Place Like Home, and this is A2 size. I wanted to show you that. So I've got an A2 size card base there. And this actually has the tag that comes with the There's No Place Like Home, and you can create a tag with it. And I guess that's why it's called a frame and tags, the Wonder of Oz frame and tag. So here's the die. You just line it up very easily. And I foiled this in the glimmer foil that is called Lavender Petal. And I'm just going to die cut this out, and then we'll have two separate pieces. And what I'm thinking, just to represent the frame and the tag, is we'll just lay the frame down on here, and we're going to add some foam tape to the tag, and we'll get it popped up and then layer it on here, and then this will just represent that piece of the collection, so you can check it out. And you've got lots of good shine from it, and it actually has like a, where you could hole punch. So I'm just going to bring in a regular old hole punch that I had in my stash, punch a hole in it. I'm going to grab a ribbon, and we'll add a ribbon to it, and then we're just going to put this down, and we're just going to make this a very simple card in which we have lots of shine, and we've got a little bit of dimension from our foam tape where we'll pop this up with a ribbon and, a message that says there's no place like home. This could be a fun card for somebody that just maybe got a new home. So that would be something that you could send a new homeowner. So I'm just going to fiddle with this. We're going to put some foam tape on the back, and then we'll trim that ribbon down, and then we'll get it laid down on our card. I'm just going to use those thin foam strips again and just kind of lay several of those down. And then we'll get it laid down on our card base. So it's a really fun set. I'll link everything in the description box below so that you can check it out. I want to encourage you to shop Scrapbook Pal. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel for more inspiration. If you like what you see, I'd like for you to hit the like button as well. So just encourage you to click that subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified when new videos come out. So here's our 2 cards, and I'm looking at them thinking, you know, we could add some embellishment to them. So I'm going to grab, I've got in my stash some Spellbinders gems here, and I'm just going to add some of these to each. So we'll just lay 2 in the upper right-hand corner of our tag, and then we'll put 1 at the bottom left, and then we're just going to sprinkle some all over our Good Friends Are the Best Companions card. And so I'm just going to kind of splatter them around just so that we have a little bit of sparkle here, there, and everywhere. And I think it just looks like they're just traveling down that yellow brick road on the way to the Emerald City. So that'll pretty much finish up our cards. So I hope you like them. And like I said, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you would, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. So thanks for watching, and have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.